Kilo Golf number 8 Lima Bravo KG8LB.
Roger, LB, and what's the name there?
Roger, LB, and what's the name there? The name here is Gary, Golf Alpha Radio Yankee in Utica, Michigan, about 15 miles north of Detroit.
Roger, Gary in Michigan, and what radio are you running this afternoon?
Roger, Gary in Michigan, and what radio are you running this afternoon? This is a Kenwood TS-520 running barefoot into an end-fed half wave at about 40 feet and using a Turner AMB 76 microphone, KG8LB.
Roger, Gary. Well, if you'd be interested in our setup, it starts, is that a newer radio there?
Interested in our setup, it starts, is that a newer radio there? It's about a 1976 vintage.
So you're probably running a locked-in frequency bandwidth. Is that a Roger?
The bandwidth, is that a Roger? No, it's VFO tuned.
Oh yes, sir. But I'm talking about your transmit bandwidth. You're probably 100 to 20, 25, 2600. Is that a Roger?
25, 2600. Is that a Roger? It's probably a little bit wider than that.
Okay. Well, that's what we want to be. I mean, if you have a selection of bandwidths, we certainly want to be in the widest bandwidth possible for the radio. That will give you the best performance for your transmitter. And usually it's 100 to 2900. Roger, it's called wide.
And usually it's 100 to 2900. Roger, it's called wide. Roger that. We don't, I don't mess with these too much. It's an old Kenwood hybrid. I've got a Central Electronics 200V that we play with a little bit regarding bandwidth. But this is just a stock radio. I keep it around for running on the vintage sideband net, so I try to leave it as close to stock as possible.
Yes, sir. But, you know, I have run across radios through the years that come back from the factory, bought new, that were not in that wide mode. They were in like 200 to 2700 or lesser than the, the widest mode, like 100 to 2900. I was very, very shocked, Roger.
Mode, like 100 to 2900. I was very, very shocked, Roger. Yeah, Roger that. But no, this is pretty much run what you brung. It's all set up and tuned according to specification by Kenwood from 1976.
Yes, sir. Well, it sounds good. And we do have a recording on it. So if you would like to hear it, if you go to YouTube, do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. We'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow. And then you'll be able to access it, Roger. Just go to YouTube and do that KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook search, and that'll take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,700 Qso-Vlog air check recordings.
And in a series of 2,700 Qso-Vlog air check recordings. Okay, Roger that, and thank you very much. Well, if you've got time, I've got sitting right next to it here a 1984 vintage 10-Tech Corsair 2. We could try for comparison.
Oh yes, sir. That would be great. I'll be listening for that. What, a couple of minutes to turn it around, or what?
I'll be listening for that. What, a couple of minutes to turn it around, or what? Yeah, about a minute. What is our frequency here?
7188.
7188. Okay, let me get close to the ballpark so I can swing over and catch you real quickly. I'll turn down the audio a little bit here. 7188. And we're right on 7188 now. And all I have to do is flip the antenna switch, and we'll be over there on the Corsair 2.
You've got a microphone on that radio ready to go, huh?
You've got a microphone on that radio ready to go, huh? Roger that. Here we are on the 10 Tech Corsair 2. I'm a little hot on the audio. I should back that down a little bit. Hello, radio. Hello, hello, hello. Test KG8LB. There you go. This is the 10 Tech Corsair 2 from, I believe it's 1984 or 85 vintage. With it's a Shure 450 dynamic microphone.
Roger, Gary. It sounds about maybe a couple of dB hotter than the other one, but just a little more bite on the upper end with that one, Roger. Right, but nice, you know. On the upper end with that one, Roger. Right, but nice, you know.
Yeah, Roger that. It's we just picked this one up here about 2 weeks ago. They had a ham fest up here at the Packard Proving Grounds just north of Detroit. And boy, it's like it looks like somebody just pulled it out of the box. It's absolutely perfectly clean. Not a chip, not a dent, not a scratch. The knobs are clean and sharp. It's unbelievably clean. And I had one of these years ago, and I always liked to use it on sideband. I was really enamored by its CW capabilities. And I saw this one for sale, and I just had to have it, so we brought it home. And I've been using it more for sideband now than I did for CW back in the day, so that's the way it goes sometimes. Back to you, KG8LB.
Yes, sir, Gary. I'm copying you through, let's see, where the hell am I? I'm copying you through the PA SDR, and I haven't changed the volume setting from the first one, so when you fired up the second one, it looked to be about, and I had the first one set at 0 level, and when you fired up the second one, it looked to be maybe about 2 dB hotter than the first one somewhat. Roger? The first one somewhat. Roger?
That sounds about right, judging by what I'm seeing on the watch. They're playing this one. It's a little more generous, I guess, than watching the ALC meter on the Kenwood.
Yes, sir. But very pleasurable. Not, like I say, it also is upper mids a little bit, but not to the point of being unpleasant. So you could go with that setting. You could go Qso or contest, Roger. You could go Qso or contest, Roger.
Yeah, Roger that. It does have a processor. I never used it. I'll skip processing. I'll kick in about 4 dB of processing. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell a difference or not.
Not really. I think your ALC is handling that quite well. You might have been a little hot into your ALC, but again, not any distortion, just a little fast attack limiting and release, Roger.
Fast attack limiting and release, Roger. Okay, Roger that. Yeah, it's I'm seeing the meter and the ALC is staying lit, so I could probably back off the drive a little bit. There we go. Maybe that helps a little bit, but I'm going to turn the process.
Yes, sir. Well, at your max, you were, when it recovered all the way up to 0 level. So it was Katie up against the wall there, Roger. But then when you brought it down, it sounded good, Roger. Roger. But then when you brought it down, it sounded good, Roger.
Roger that. That's the first time I've even turned it on. And even since I had one of these 30 years ago, I never turned the processor on.
Yes, sir. I just, as part of our setup, we do recommend the processor on, but only at a very nice number 3 or 30 out of 100 or 3 out of 10. Very, limited amount of limiting or compression, just a tad, Roger. Something you would never notice on the air for sure, Roger.
Roger. Something you would never notice on the air for sure, Roger. Yeah, I like it best when it's subtle. And without hearing it, when you're using it, it's kind of hard to see what you're getting. But I do a lot of AM operating with boat anchors here, so the sideband's a little bit different as far as setting it up and getting good audio. But I was kind of curious. Well, we got the 520 about 2 months ago, and of course there's two about a month ago. And the other unit sideband rig is the Central Electronics 200D, is running that through the Central Electronics 600L amplifier. So I might try and catch you out here next Friday night and give you a shot with that.
Sounds good, Gary. That'd be fun. And I've got a recording of all this, so if you want to hear those two radios back to back, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search, KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording, and this will be cut number 1 in a series of 2,700 Qso-Vlog air check recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger. Air check recordings, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow, Roger.
Okay, and good to meet up with you here. And I'm getting a little bit of a sore throat, tricycle, so I'm going to pull the plug here and give a listen for a while. Thanks a lot for the help there, GARY-KG8LB.
Roger Gary, 73, sir. You have a good afternoon and a great weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog Net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.